Hi everyone, my name is Mustafa Rasidin Asgab. Di sini saya akan membuat tugas dari Pronan Practice untuk menjadi presenter sekaligus jurnalis. Kita langsung aja ya. Kalau ada salah-salah kata mohon dimaafin ya Bu. Hi everyone, on today's exam podcast we are lucky to have Sam Morgan, well-known digital journalist, with us. So, Sam, what interesting topic would you like to talk about today? Hi Red! Today I didn't like to talk about some of the reason why we should automatically believe everything we read online and how false information spreads so easily with the help in technology. One of the reasons for this the phenomenon known as circular reporting. Circular reporting? What's that? Well, it's basically reports which are based on the other reports rather than on the primary evidence of source. To the reader, it looks like information is coming from several different independent sources, which normally means it can be trusted, but in actual fact, all the reports are based on each other. Imagine a piece of false information is published, for example, on Wikipedia, and then is referenced in a newspaper article or other public. Then into the original Wikipedia, enter reference or quotes the article as validation that the information is true. In a nutshell, it's the confirmation of false information by more than one public. Okay, let me see if you understood this correctly. So, someone writes an article on Wikipedia which contains some false information. That's right. False information which is not referenced or checked and in no way is obvious as being false. Okay, and then this false information is copied from Wikipedia by a journalist and included in a newspaper article. Yes, or other type or article as if it were true information. And then Wikipedia refreshes the newspaper article which verifies the information in the original Wikipedia article as being true. Yep, that's right. And sometimes it's just not one newspaper article that see the false information. Several publications might include it, and so it becomes very difficult to prove that the original information is false. Let me give you example. A few years ago, a 17 years old American student was on holiday with his family in Brazil. He spotted what he believed to be an artwork, but which was in fact a type of Brazilian raccoon called a coati. When the boy got home after his holiday, he went online and changed the Wikipedia entry by adding the name Brazilian artwork to the information on the article as a sort of joke, and then he forgot about it and thought nothing more of it. However, what stupid to happen was that article and blog begins to quote information from Wikipedia, and then those articles were reported as evidence in Wikipedia. Before long, everyone was talking about the Brazilian artwork as if were factual information. So, when information makes its way from a Wikipedia page into a publishing article, the article be spread false information without even realizing it. Exactly. It makes you wonder how many hoax instead by people in the way have and end up as truth in many people. Mine just because people copy and paste the valid Wikipedia page. That's not to say that all information on Wikipedia is false by any means. There's a ton of really valid information there, and it is constant being updated. Many people consider it to be most up to date and unbiased encyclopedia in the world. However, it is open structure of Wikipedia compared to a traditional encyclopedia, which make it a target to be tampered with. So we just have to be aware that there may be a certain amount of inquiries on Wikipedia. Yes, and it's also worth mentioning that circular reporting is just it's not just restricted to harmless information like the Brazilian artwork. Is it? No. For example, some time ago, claims that certain vaccine could cause autism in children were published in the prestigious medical publication by a British surgeon. The problem was that the unsupported claims were picked up by media and the newspaper spread like wildfire. Soon now, the general public were understandably concerned about the risks and harsh number of parents refuse of vaccinating their children. Consequently, in recent years, we have seen an increase in the number of children suffering childhood diseases such as measles. By the time the claims were proven unfounded, the damage was done, and even to this day, some people still believe that there is a link between vaccination and autism. It just goes to show how difficult it sometimes for the truth to be heard. Absolutely. So, in practical terms, how can we be sure what we're reading is true? Well, we can take certain steps such as checking the original source of the information and if all possible, checking that the original source is reliable and not just taken from either Wikipedia, Facebook, or any media. Right. So we need to be a little more critical and not just believe everything we read online. That's right. Also, it's difficult because we want information quickly and immediately, so it's not always viable to spend time checking the source of information, even though we should. And we should constantly try to reflect on the information and decide ourselves if we think it's true or not. If you feel unsure about the validity of certain information, that there are no harm in looking into it further to check how true it actually is. That's very true. We often take things at face value and don't really take the time to think critically about them. Sekian dari saya Mustafa Rasidin. Jika pengucapan dan kata-katanya salah, mohon dimaklumi Ibu. Demikian tugas pronoun praktis saya kumpulkan. Terima kasih sekali lagi. Saya Mustafa Rasidin Asegaf, izin pamit.